Well, my name's Jean Frew. I am 63 years old. I suffer from asthma and I thought my asthma had got worse, and I made an appointment, and it was the nurse practitioner. And when I started to explain to her what was going on, she kind of thought, I don't think that's your asthma. She said, I think we need to do a few checks and tests and things, and she took blood pressure and heart readings and referred me up to the clinical assessment bit, where they did some further tests. So once I had the tests done and went into that kind of glass box thing, that you have to do that breathing thing, I don't know what it's called, but I hated it. And they said that there was something going on with the lower left ventricular pump thing in my heart. It wasn't pumping back out. So at that point it just kind of started to get more involved with the cardiac nurses and team, and kind of going from there. In the morning I struggle to get out of my bed sometimes, you know, I'm like, I don't sleep very well. Sometimes, quite often actually, I waken up during the night, have to sit up or, you know, like get myself propped up and try and get back to sleep. Can't kind of catch my breath and stuff. So it's a disturbed sleep thing, and then in the morning you're really tired, and when you know you need to get up, you want to stay in your bed. So it just kind of knocks everything out. And things like litter picking, even, you know, maybe about 5, 6, 7 years ago, I would go with a group and we would clean a beach, you know, from start to finish. I can't do that anymore. As someone who was always really, really fit, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't take drugs. I've always been really health conscious. Played hockey, volleyball, netball, swimming, you know, like just about anything and everything. And it's really, it's more, I find it more the psychological side of it than anything. It's like trying to adjust to tell yourself you can still do these things, but moderately. I was one of those folk that kind of threw myself up the odd Monroe or did some crazy stuff in whitewater rafting. But it's like all that I can't do it anymore. And I have fought with it a bit. I have tried, you know, it's like push and then you go, no, you can't, I can't do that. It just eventually, or not even eventually, but sooner than you think, just sort of knocks you back, knocks you for 6. When I started with Reach, it was through one of the cardio nurses who had contacted me to say would I be okay to fill this out, and the answer was yes, I was fine with filling it out. So I was aware that it was a new initiative, and that I was being sort of trialled to see how I felt about it, and that was fine, you know, that felt okay for me to do that. It was useful. It makes you identify with what's going on. It makes you realise, well, I need to do that, or I can try that, or adjust. I think that's the word, it's helping you to adjust. And I do think it did that. I think the workbook, it helped quite a bit because it gives you a sort of structure. There's a bit of something to focus on, something to work to, and it makes you realise all the different layers of it. So when you kind of work through the book, there's little bits of self-realisation going on too. You know, there's like pennies drop and you kind of go, all right, okay, I see what you're doing there. Or, I thought it was very supportive. I liked it. A lot of it I kind of knew from my own personal sports influence background, sort of things like that, some of the psychology stuff. But I think there's a lot of people that maybe didn't or maybe don't know that could benefit from other bits of it as well, you know, like seeing the whole thing. If somebody's not had any interest before, they can see it sort of clearly laid out in front of them. The relaxation stuff was helpful as well, and I'm not one really, I've never been one really for sitting down and relaxing, you know, like I'm one of these people that I would sit down and then I would think, oh, I need to go and do that, and oh, I see that. So it did make me think about taking some time just to sit down and relax and, I suppose, listen to your body, listen to what your body's telling you to do, and breathing and just chill for a wee while, which was quite novel. I do it I would say probably a couple of times in a month. I'll sort of sit myself down and just try and relax. I found it quite useful through COVID as well, because I think everybody was really anxious, and there was a few spells through COVID where I had a real fear about the whole heart failure thing and not being able to be in contact and get anything done because the hospitals were a no-go area, you know. And the wee relaxation thing kind of helped to bring me down out of that. So I think if you're feeling anxious, if you can actually just sit with it, it's good. I think that the benefit of the REACH HF programme to rolling it out to the rest of Scotland, again, it would give people that feeling of connection, that feeling of support, and that there is something that they can refer to, and also a link directly to the cardio team. So it just kind of completes a circle. There's the support there, and regular appointments and such likes, but working through this, I felt, has helped just complete that circle and made me feel part of something bigger, I think.